Welcome back to Clarity Farms. We're going to give you guys a short little update. But before we go get Tate and Ellie for that, we have a ton of chicken scraps. So we're going to go feed the chickens really quick. But Hannah, you want to tell them what we got?
We got some eggshells, tomatoes, and potato peels.
And we have peppers and stuff. It's also the dogs' feeding time, so they're barking at us. But there's some yellow and red peppers in there too. So they got a huge little snack. So let's go do that. All right, so now that we got Tate and Ellie, we'll kind of go through some little updates. So where we're standing is actually where, well, we're kind of standing in between the two, but this is where the goats were. They were here for quite a while, probably longer than they should, and this kind of led them to getting some parasites. We have a whole nother video about talking about that, or we haven't posted it, but so we won't go too far into depth, but we did move the goats. And what else did we do, guys? Take it away.
Well, we treated them with some ivermectin.
Yeah, so we ended up doing our second round of treatment on ivermectin yesterday. Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday. Mm-hmm. And then we also
trimmed hooves.
Yeah, so we had to trim all their hooves. It's like a test or something. So we also trimmed all their hooves. They were ready to be trimmed again. We do this every 3 or so months, give or take. So we trimmed all their hooves. That took a little bit as well. And then Tate, what else did we do?
You say what?
What else did we, what else did we do?
I don't know.
So the only thing Tate did, I'd say only, like it wasn't a lot, but what did we do all day long?
We moved the fencing.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
So we also moved the fencing. So we treated them. We waited till the second round of treatment to move them off this pasture just so that whatever worms are here, they can get out. They can kind of go to rest for a little bit. And then we moved them plumb on the other side of the property, actually by their house. So we'll kind of go over there and we'll show you them and their kind of little setup that they have right now. But we got some nice weather, so they don't really need a big permanent shelter. The shelter that we have over there works for the next... I just got slapped. The shelter that is... Oh my gosh. The shelter that's over there works, so we'll show you that. We'll take you through that. But it was kind of time to move them anyways, and I'll show you how much the goats have really thinned it out. And they were here for a while, but they've had a lot of pasture, and they've cleared it out really fast. So these pens over here, I'll also throw up a video of, and how they thin those out really quick too. So they had a lot of pasture, but 7 goats were on. 7 and their babies that kind of trickled off as we sold them and stuff. But yeah, they go through the pasture really fast. So it's important if you have goats to move them a lot or be really checking them for parasites, because the more that they're on there and they're eating next to their poop, the more they're likely to get parasites. But let's get into showing you guys the other side and where the goats are at right now. All right, guys, so now we're over on the other side of the property where all those females that we were talking about, and these are all of our females plus Bambi, who we've talked about in other videos. He's our weather. But yeah, Tate, you want to take them through our electrical fencing?
Yeah, so this is our electrical. This is our fencing, but it was supposed to be electrical, but it doesn't really work.
Yeah, the netting, these little black things that are supposed to go off electricity, for whatever reason, they just have never worked.
Yeah.
But what else do we do instead, Tate?
But we have our electrical wire right here. But we do mow this circuit because we don't want the grass hitting the wire.
Yeah, so we mow it down just so the grass doesn't take away from the electricity. We put some stakes in and we hang the wire off that. It's kind of like elbow-ish region for the goats, and the fencing just kind of acts as like a barrier so that the goats, if they do get past the wire, then there still is that netting, but it also helps out with predators, so it makes it hard for them to get under that netting, and when they do, that they hit that wire. But we really don't have too many issues with predators, knock on wood.
We have the stick grass, so we're hoping that we can keep them for about 2 weeks and then move them over. We also have our shelter right here to keep them out of the sun if they need to, and keep them out of the rain.
Yeah.
And then we have our water, which they drink from.
Yeah, so we got this temporary shelter over here, and I'll throw up some closer videos of it. It's really just a cattle panel mounted on some wood at the bottom with a tarp over the cattle panel. So it's rainproof if it rains. It's not like the best shelter, but there's no like big storms in the mix. There's really no rain. So if it does sprinkle here and there, it's enough for them to get under, get out of the rain, everything a goat would need. But yeah, like he said, hopefully they can stay here for about 2 weeks. The grass is really thick, super grown up. There hasn't been any animals on it all summer. It like just got mowed over, plowed, whatever you call it. What do you call it? Brush hogged over.
brush hog.
There's the right term. But yeah, so we're gonna take them over here, and then we'll kind of inch back to where we started at in the video, and that's where they'll kind of end at by winter. Hopefully we can stretch it out all fall so that they have good grass all fall, but I'm thinking we will as long as the weather complies. But yeah, so now we'll hand it off to the ladies and they'll talk to you guys about some guineas.
Okay. And action.
Okay, hey guys, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Ellie.
So we're over here by the guineas, and recently all their feathers are now. Okay, restart. All right, the guineas have all their feathers now, so that means they're completely ready to. So the guineas have all their feathers in, and so they're completely ready to go out here. And I can't. I get nervous.
That was so tempting.
Hey, Levi, you're talking to somebody like
Tayton, who are you talking about? Okay.
Are you camera shy?
No, kinda.
No.
Kinda.
Okay. The guineas now have all their feathers, so they're ready to go and ready to be out here with the weather.
All right, so we're gonna start taking them out like one by one. Line. All right, so now that they have all their feathers, we're just gonna start taking them out one by one, so they kind of stay in the general coop area near their flies. Not be on camera.
Are you camera shy? So we're gonna take out either 1 or 2 a day. Nope, not a day. Maybe like every 2 weeks.
So in summary, the guineas have all of their feathers. They're ready to be taken outside of the coop. And we're taking out a couple every now and then. And we're taking out a few every now and then because just a couple outside of the coop, they'll stay with their flock, and the rest of the flock's obviously in the coop. And over time, once they slowly start all coming out of the coop, they're gonna know that, hey, we stay in this general location. And so we have a couple guineas on the other side that are what color, Hannah JJ?
They're white.
Original? Their color is original?
They're white.
Original.
These ones are way prettier. These are salt peppers. I want to get some lavender ones. But I don't put any money in this one.
So,
Don't put that in, actually. Don't put that in.
so yes, these guineas are a different color than the other ones, and we talked about that in another video. So it's gonna be cool to see if they're gonna join that flock or if they're gonna one flock and just kind of go back and forth. But hopefully, the idea is that these guineas will cover a much larger range and get a lot of the bugs on this side of the property. So, yeah, so our guineas are ready. That kind of starts, I think, tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So they'll be getting out of the coop here soon, and long awaited because they've been in a coop pretty much their entire lives. So they're ready to get out. The goats are moved. They're treated. Their hooves have been trimmed.
The fence is up.
What
Fence
fence
is
is
up.
up?
Use
Oh,
new
the electric.
fence.
Wow.
The electric fencing is up.
Forgot that.
How much of that did you get?
Enough.
What is that? Enough? What does enough mean? He got all of it. Okay. So who knows? I don't know. If this video is the worst video on our page, just know we had fun making it. Okay. All right. So I think that's everything. I think that's everything. We learned that we shouldn't all four be in a video together. But is there anything else we missed?
A lot.
Probably a lot. But that is a summary of this video. A quick little update. Clarity Farms out.
Peace.
Ouch.